Hey everybody, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar to show you a little trick that I learned pretty early on when I first started to play live, back when I was a teenager. And I started to learn these things because I had to. Basically, I had a lot of catastrophes happen for my first couple shows. And right away I learned a couple secrets to help minimize those from happening. The biggest one that I see a lot of people still do these days when they first start playing is they forget to do what I call the chord trick. All my students know it as the chord trick. And it's a very simple concept, but can really save your chords and your guitar, and it can also save you a little bit of embarrassment on stage. So here's what typically happens. I'm just going to grab a chord here. Usually you get your guitar cable from your amp or your pedal board or whatever, and you just plug it in, just like that. And then you're playing a little bit, and you walk next to your friend, and you guys do a dueling guitar solo or something together. And then all of a sudden you walk away, and your friend had stepped on your cable, you didn't know it, and all of a sudden you just feel this yanking sensation, and it falls out. First of all, you're not going to hear yourself. It's kind of embarrassing. And you're looking around, and you have to pick it up. It looks kind of unprofessional. And secondly, it does damage to your gear. So your cord may have gotten pulled in a bad way. It may have disconnected it a little bit on the inside, and pretty soon you have a bad cable. Or the worst case scenario is your guitar input actually gets ripped out, or it just gets messed up because of that happening. So what I like to do is instead, oh, by the way, you could step on it yourself too. You might be stepping on your own cable and walk away, and that's even worse. So one solution that I found to be the most effective, there's a couple ways to do this, but the first thing is I like to take the cable, and if you're standing up and playing, you'll be using a strap. The strap is going to be going back here, as you can see. I take the cable and I put it underneath and through the back, just like this. So it's kind of hard to see because my strap is black, but it's underneath the strap. So if I do it again, I'm basically just right there, underneath, and I pull it out, and I basically kind of let it hang like that at first. So that's totally fine for now. Then you can see that the cable gets held on by your strap and your strap holder, which is kind of nice. Then if you take it and plug it in from here, you have basically a layer of protection because this is being held on. So if somebody steps on your cable, it'll pull here, and it usually stops that much. So I'm not saying it's great for your cable or your guitar for this to happen even, but it's a lot better than the cable flying out in the middle of a performance. What I like to do now, actually, I'll unplug this, I like to pull it out a little bit more so I have a little bit more slack, and then I double loop it. So I'll take it and put it through again, like that, 2 times, and now it's really strong right here. It's like a knot almost. And then I take that and I plug it in, and it usually stops any problem. So if somebody steps on it now, it barely even affects this area right here. Some people might ask, well, does it really hurt the cable here? I haven't noticed any problems. I've had cables for a lot of years sometimes, and I haven't noticed that anything goes wrong with most of them. So far, I'm doing pretty well with this technique. I call it the chord trick, and hopefully you guys can utilize it too. It'll save you a little bit of embarrassment, and who knows, you might forget to do it, find out the hard way, and then realize the value of this technique, okay?